Boom! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. My name's Clint, and today we've got another great one-take bag review for you. It's a biggie, because this is one of the probably best built bags in the industry currently right now, 2025, 2026. This company is really building some fantastic, highly technical, well-built bags. And don't get scared off when I say technical. I'm not talking about mountaineering. I'm talking about just about bulletproof, crazy well-built, insanely overbuilt backpacks and totes for EDC and travel. Good stuff, right? That's kind of right in the wheelhouse of the channel. Let's do it. A one-take bag review on this, the Conceal Pack from the Brown Buffalo. It's been a while since I've talked about a bag from the Brown Buffalo, but I'm excited to do so. And I've actually got a couple of videos coming up over the next few weeks. We'll dive a little bit deeper. I'm excited to go over this with all y'all. Great company, founded by Doug. I'm gonna kind of give you some links in the video description, as I always do, to the about me of the company, to the Instagram, and to another Instagram, in this case, for Canvas Worker, which is a place where you can learn to build cool backpacks, but all kinds of fun stuff. This company's been around for a while, and the reputation has been pretty spotless in terms of build quality and design. That's the word I'll use, because these bags are really well designed, and no surprise, founded by a bag designer who's worked with a lot of companies, a lot of credibility, and has poured into perfecting a couple of bags. You're not going to find dozens of bags on the Brown Buffalo site. You're going to find, gosh, is it 3, 4? Backpack, tote pack, sling, dop kit. 4. Do a couple of things and do them well. That's a really important concept for any brand to get tattooed on your arm. Do a couple of things and do them well. Don't try to win everything. Don't try to be everything, and stay true to your principles. All right. What is a one-take bag review? Me and you, we're going to talk about this bag. We're going to do it straight shot, no edits, no funny business, just me and you talking about a great bag, starting with a walkthrough. We're going to do an exterior walkthrough, then a detailed interior walkthrough. We're going to get into all the nooks and crannies. We're going to get into the overhead camera number 2. And at the end of that detailed walkthrough, you always on this channel get 2 things that I love about the bag and 2 things that could be better. Let's get into it. Can't wait to talk about this one. It's gorgeous, isn't it? All right, first off, this bag comes in 4 different colors as of the filming of this video. You can get black, you can get black, you can get multicam black, and you can get Ranger green. Okay, so a couple of different materials available, and a couple of different colorways. So this is the 1050D ballistic nylon Cordura, beautiful awesomeness. 1050D, as we say on this channel, that's a lot of D. And what it means is it's really well built out, and it's never ever going to fall apart. You're never going to have any issues with punctures. You're never going to have any issues with, just beat the hell out of this bag. You can feel totally comfortable. It's the same level of D that I get on a lot of my Green Room 136 bags. I love it. It's heavier than some fabrics, just flat out is, but man, it feels good. It feels substantial. Stuff that works, you know? All right. So on the front of this bag, you have very minimal branding, super classy, super well done. You have no hook and loop, no tactical molly situation. This is a clean bag, and it's going to show up well for you and professionally for you in a variety of circumstances. You've got the cred of an indie maker doing it right, and you can show up in a boardroom, you can show up really anywhere with this bag and fit right in. It's high class, it's well built. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. All right, heat shrunk paracord zipper pulls. We'll get into that up close here in a second in camera number 2. You've got some pull tabs on the side. I shouldn't say pull tabs, attachment points for you to attach things to the bag. You have a gorgeous harness, a vertical luggage pass-through, which is something I know that a lot of you are looking for in a backpack. You've got some attachment points on the harness. You've got a Duraflex sternum strap. You've got really generous padding on both the straps and the back panel of the bag. Got your little Cordura tag right here. You've got a keychain that comes with the bag, not this. That does not come with the bag, I added that. But this actual black keychain does come with the bag. Really cool. And then up top, I'll show this to you in camera number 2, but take a look. It's a really well-made handle. Y'all know I love me a good handle, and this is a good handle, but it is a simple handle. I shouldn't say it's simple. I'm looking at this thing and there's like 400 different stitches, but it's not padded. It's a whole bunch of heavyweight nylon sewn origami style, creating a really easy and nice to grip handle. And it's intentionally, what do they say on the web page? Low rise. Yeah, it's intentionally squat and short, and it's intentionally structured. So it's always there. You're not going to squish this thing down. It's always there. It's always present, but it is nice to hold, nice to grip. Yeah, good handle. All right, you do, by the way, thought this was interesting, have a little pop of color. It's the only color, there's 2 bits of color on this whole bag. Otherwise, it's completely blacked out. The logo's blacked out. You've got a little bit of orange stitching on the luggage pass-through, and then you've got the Cordura tag, which has white and gold in addition to black. All right, I think we should hop into camera number 2 to look at the rest of this bag. And remember, at the end of the video, as always, I'm going to wear the bag for your enjoyment. But let's do the rest of the walkthrough in camera number 2. I'm excited about this one, y'all. It is such a well-built bag. I can really appreciate when a company goes the extra mile on construction in terms of materials, in terms of build quality. Yeah. And we'll talk price too. We'll talk all that. Let's do it. Camera number 2. Meet me there. Here we are in camera 2 with this. It's a brown buffalo. Well, really, it's not a brown buffalo. It's a black backpack, and it is a really well built. I wanted to start up here. Just take a moment to appreciate what's going on with this grab handle. Do you see? We've got this strip laid down first, and then this strip laid on top of the other strip. We've got cross stitching here, and then X stitching to kind of clamp it down. I've got to learn sewing terms. Brown buffalo, take me out to the canvas worker workshop. Teach me, I want to learn. But then you can see they ran that up inside the, what is this, a 1 inch and a 2 inch. So they ran the 1 inch with a 1/2 inch on each side, like really perfectly aligned down the middle. And then look at this. They even aligned the Cordura tag to the one, come on. And then they ran this up inside, and then they stitched it on the back side, and then they stitched it on the front, and then they added this kind of security stitch here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, again, I'm not the world's expert on actual construction, but I see quality, attention to detail, and smart design. I mean, this is just the frickin' handle. It's really, really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. And it's not even off by a centimeter. Like, it is perfectly centered. The stitching is exactly the same on every, like, yeesh, above and beyond. Chunky YKK zippers. Here's that zipper pull, by the way, with the heat shrink on the paracord. Super simple, super effective, a good length on that paracord, and again, a super chunky zipper. AquaGuard on the main compartment here. Then as we look at the bag, here's that logo. Super subtle, brown buffalo. Got one pocket up front. Oh, I should say on the bottom, super well constructed, but again, no different bottom, no base here. And the bag, by the way, you saw me do it a second ago, sits completely flat. which we're hitting a lot of like real winner things for y'all. We're hitting great harness, super comfortable, vertical pass through for the backpack, for luggage handles, and we're hitting sits flat on its own, and black backpack, which I know most of the world loves. All right, inside, pocket number 1, which is right here, okay? Vertical pocket, just like on the North Seeker from Green Room, on a lot of bags, they have this kind of vertical, and you can access this. Remember, so if you've got this on your back, right, you're looking at my back right now. If I have this on my right shoulder, let me close this for a second. If I have this on my right shoulder and I swing it around, it'll end up like this. And so that'll be right here, and you can access this pocket. It does have loop inside here. What is loop? It's Velcro. So you can use this for attachments. I've slipped a little tech sacoche in here that I put cords and a battery backup in. This is just a little pouch from Air. But you can see here, the whole thing, hook and loop, meaning you could add all kinds of accessories to this. Hook and loop is not proprietary. You could go to any company, find a pen holder, a flashlight holder, a pouch. It is a fairly slim pocket. You do have a key leash here. You can see it is not stretchy. It is a fairly short key leash, but it is well made. It is metal rather than plastic. It is good equipment throughout this entire bag. And you can see this is that key leash that comes with it. Keychain here, not included. I just added it because I thought it looked pretty sick on the bag. Okay, before we get into the main compartment, let's talk about this. You may recognize this as a side entry laptop pocket. But according to the Brown Buffalo, you'd be a little bit wrong, because they go fairly out of their way to let you know that a laptop pocket is purchased extra on this bag. What? I'll tell you more here in a second. Okay, so first off, they call this a back pocket, but then they do go on to say that on this hidden back pocket, not hidden back pocket, it's not hidden, it's right here, it's obviously here, and it is AquaGuard. It does say, hey, you can fit a 15-inch MacBook Pro into there. And this, by the way, is a 14-inch MacBook Air. And so it fits no problem, slides in and out with no gymnastics. And you can see your first look here at the beautiful orange sailcloth interior of this bag from Challenge Sailcloth. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then you can also see more hook. So I could Velcro if I wanted to. All right. So what gives? That seems like a side entry laptop pocket to me. Well, in order to understand more, we're going to have to go to the main event. The main pocket. Is it time? It's time. Let's do this. And it is a, say it louder for the people in the back, full clamshell. Full clamshell. Okay, we've got quite a bit going on here. So let's talk about the front first. First off, that is super high vis. Like, they have gone crazy with the high vis. I really like this color. The Challenge Sailcloth, this EPX, and I forget what weight of EPX this is, but in the most recent newsletter, if you haven't heard, there's a newsletter for The Perfect Bag. I talk through kind of what is EPX, what is, what's the difference between all the different numbers that you see from Challenge Sailcloth. So I get into that. Make sure you check that out. So what do I have going on here? Up top, I'm treating this as my quick access pocket, okay? So there is no drop-in quick access pocket from the top on this bag. So I'm using this as my quick access pocket. I actually really like this. It is not a stretch mesh, but it is really kind of this cool, clear, translucent mesh. Easy for me to say. I've got my favorite knife in the world there, the Kershaw filter, a little O-light. Got a little USB-C action, my wallet, and some Sharpays. All right, so check that out. And you got a little branding right here. It says, practice empathy. Again, you'll get some of these little tags from this company that really demonstrate intentionality and who the brand is and who Doug, the designer, is and what's been important in his life journey, which I think is really, really cool. Showing that you can grow a brand without losing your soul, which is fun. Nice job, Brown Buffalo people. All right, you got 2 big drop pockets here up front as well. I wanted to put this in here because there are no exterior water bottle pockets on this bag, which I think for some people is always a deal breaker. Always, just is. But I wanted to show you that really neatly and nicely in this main compartment, you can fit up to a big giant Nalgene, okay? So, boom, fits perfectly. And I would not be surprised to hear that they actually built these pockets around being able to fit a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. So, pretty cool stuff. And then over in this one, I've tossed my gimbal. But if you are a practicing Green Room 136 devotee like me, you'll also think about putting your random knickknacks in here. And I wonder if the DOP kit would fit in there. I don't have a DOP kit from the Brown Buffalo to check, but I know over the years they've made pencil cases. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them put out some of those pieces again. But there's a lot of pouches and bags in the world that can fit into this slot, in addition to using it for drinks and equipment, etc. You could probably fit a mechanical keyboard in here as well. So there's a lot you could use that for. Really, really well constructed. I did a review of this same bag, but not this same bag, years ago. It was a Huckberry Brown Buffalo collaboration, Tropic Multicam. It was really cool, yellow interior. Really liked it. Really liked that bag. I wish that's one that got away that I wish I could have back. All right, let's talk about what's going on back here. So, first off, this doesn't come with the bag. This is from VanQuest. It's just an insert for hook and loop bag. I like to insert this in my bags that have hook and loop. It's just a cheap as chips, like 25 bucks or something, but it's some cool pocketing to give yourself a little extra organization. But I put it in here just to demonstrate that what the Brown Buffalo has done here is give you an entire back panel of a hook and loop. You could also drop in their laptop sleeve. And this is what they're talking about with the removable laptop sleeve. You can buy the laptop sleeve that they sell for the Brown Buffalo. Looks really well designed. I haven't used it myself. I haven't used it, so I can't tell you if it's good, but I mean, come on. It's got to be like they're excuse me, their whole thing is construction and high quality and smart design. I've got to think their take on an internal laptop sleeve custom built for this bag is going to be something that you're going to want to purchase if you purchase this bag. So take a look at that, and it's going to give you the latitude and the freedom to put in, your other device. So you could use that back pocket for your tablet and put your laptop inside this main compartment, but also because it's not there permanently, you also could put in just packing cube after packing cube, and you could use this bag as a light travel bag. It's not, crazy deep. It's a good song, by the way. I think not Stupid Deep is the song I'm thinking of. But anyway, it's not crazy deep, but it is deep enough to put, 1, 2, 3 packing cubes into this sucker and use it as a supplement to a roller bag or a quick weekend getaway bag. All right, you can see here, just morale the heck out of this thing if you aren't going to do anything else with it. Have fun with it. All right, it is time. Oh, I should show you the bottom. You got some hook and loop down here too, so you can Velcro like crazy. Wow. Let's talk about this bag. 2 things that I really love about the bag. There's only one other bag that I have owned, and we're talking about all the bags that I have owned, that I think captures the essence of backpack as well as this Conceal Pack. And I've owned 3 of these Conceal Packs, actually. One of them is on my wall. So a bag that earns a place on the wall has a place in my heart. It's a cheetah print bag that is a Brown Buffalo cheetah print bag, I believe made by a former employee or etc. I don't know, but beautiful bag. Beautiful bag. and exactly the same as this, just different materials. And that Huckberry collab, which was also totally baller. So let me tell you about a little entry-level college philosophy. So have you heard the term Platonic ideal? A Platonic ideal means a kind of universally accepted, this is what we're talking about when we talk about a blank. So a chair, there is somewhere a Platonic ideal of a chair, and it defines this idea of chairness. And anytime you look at something that is a chair, everybody knows it's a chair because of its similarity to this Platonic ideal of a chair. Okay? So this bag and the Dispatch Day Pack are, to me, the closest to this Platonic ideal of laptop backpack. And I don't say that lightly. I think that this is a really insanely well-made bag. The silhouette is gorgeous. It's going to be kind of universally liked by those that make the purchase. I think, if anything, it is guilty of oversimplification, but oversimplification in the way that, you have just made something pure. Oversimplification in a sense that if you've got an incredible matcha, don't pour a bunch of extra crap into it. You don't need strawberries. You don't need sugar. You don't drink the green tea, homie. So it is a pure distilled backpack form. This is probably, do I have anybody who works at Apple who are watching? You should probably replace that stupid red backpack in your logo with this or the Dispatch Day Pack. Again, my two kind of Platonic ideals of laptop backpack. Anyway, I digress. Really, really well-built bag. Thoughtful design. It kind of shows you, and this is, by the way, two things that I like about the bag. Let me be more specific. Incredible build quality and materials, thoughtful design. That's two things. If I was going to give a third, it would be that interior front pocket with the drop pockets. Let me show you again. That's just really good. Usable in practice, no issues. Yeah, no issues. All right. So, this bag, beautiful, well-constructed, built like a tank, and it shows you kind of what happens when a designer doesn't go crazy on designs. Instead, they go crazy on perfecting an idea, perfecting one bag over a decade. What do you get? You don't branch off. You don't build out a million different versions. You don't build out 30 different sizes with a ton of different, no. You take one bag and you refine it. And some of the refinements aren't going to show up on a feature list because, again, I told you I've owned 3 different kind of generations of this bag. Some of the refinements are going to be in stitching and in material choice and in, corners coming together slightly better. It's a study in restraint and it's a study in quality. So, yeah, if that's an appealing thing to you, you're going to really like this bag. Now, I always give, even on a bag that is just really damn good, I always give a couple of things that could be better, which is important because this isn't the only high quality bag in the universe, and you're going to be making choices about what bag you buy. Everybody's making choices about how they're spending their dollars, right? So the first thing that I think could be better, while I appreciate the modularity and the open source modularity, bring your own accessories, that is going on with this hook and loop back panel, I think hook and loop is, less appealing to the average consumer than a lot of backpack companies think. Number one, it's black. I really like the orange interior here, and this kind of takes that pop of color away when you open the bag, just a little bit. But how many hook and loop accessories do you think the average person has? Not morale patches, Well, the average person probably doesn't have a lot of those either. But how many hook and loop accessories? Okay. Well, I'd say not a ton. That would be my guess. But here's the other kicker. How many accessories does the Brown Buffalo sell that are compatible with this hook and loop interior? Also not a lot. So I think if they're gonna build on this and build on these pockets and reintroduce like pencil cases and all kinds of fun stuff that are built, then that's kind of fun, because you then have an ecosystem without locking the consumer into your ecosystem. But again, it's a study in simplicity. So I kind of would have liked better a secondary device pocket back here, and even a zippered pocket up top here. Imagine like a device sleeve right here that folds really flat, and a pocket up here that also folds really flat. That could be achieved with stretch mesh, or even something that duplicates this. That would give you some extra storage options should you want them, but also fold completely away and not be in use and not lose any of the packability of this main compartment. So, main compartment, love the volume, love the shape. I mean, just zoop, so slick, so beautiful. Love the challenge sailcloth. Gorgeous, gorgeous, but not in on the hook and loop there, and which means that my second piece is over here, and it's also the modularity in the hook and loop in this front pocket. I mean, really good pocket. Love that they've put in the little key leash here, but I would have instead appreciated just 2 zippered pockets in here, which would have allowed me to more practically use that as my quick access pocket for the bag. I ended up making the decision that, I wanted to roll with this pocket, which is ultimately a very excellent pocket, as my quick access pocket, my QAP. All right, so overall, I hope you're hearing me say, damn, that's a good backpack. Like really, really well built. It's all in at $295, which is under $300 US, prior to purchasing the laptop sleeve, which is another $55, which means that $350 gets you the backpack and the laptop sleeve. And it gets you what might be one of the best built backpacks on the market today, especially if you're trying to avoid an over complex situation or an overly tactical looking situation. If you're looking for a plain laptop backpack that will fit in a variety of settings and situations and audiences, yeah, this is an excellent example of that. I hope that this review is very useful to those of you out there trying to make a purchasing decision about the bag. I try to go as in-depth as I can and give you as many angles and looks at the bag as possible. My 2 and 2 pocketing in here, I wish there was a little bit more, or that there were solutions sold. I'd even say, okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy a solution that hooks in here. And if you had those solutions, even a little bundling, like 10% off if you buy this bundle, like that would be cool too. But anyway, I digress. Great bag, well built, cool founder, great design, strong materials, and this kind of universal appeal of something that is this close to the platonic ideal of backpackness. All right, everybody, as always, thank you for the love and support. I really, really could not, like literally could not do this channel without you. If you're interested in ways to support the channel, please check out the video description and consider becoming a member for just 99 cents a month. You get awesome tours of the world of bags. Check out cool stuff like this with me. And I guess it's time. Yeah, it's time for me to wear this bag. Let's do the dang thing. See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.